Cold weather is here in the greater Philadelphia area, and I've got 9 home maintenance tips every homeowner should be getting done to their property right now. If you get some value out of this or you like what you hear, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call with our team about some great vendors that could help you with these homeowner maintenance tips or finding a home like a property we're talking about here, you can do that with the link in the comments. The cold weather's here. Homeowner maintenance is really important this time of year, and I've got 9 things everyone should be thinking about in the suburban Philadelphia area or in the city, whether you're in Montgomery, Chester, Delaware County, or in Philadelphia. It doesn't matter. You want to be thinking about this stuff. And the good news is we can connect you with great vendors that can help you with them. So the first is think about your roof and gutters. Is there any missing shingles on the roof? Are there any damaged shingles? You want to be careful of this before winter storms happen because that can create a lot of leaks and water penetration. You want to clean out your gutters and the downspouts, especially when all these leaves fall, because if you get a frozen gutter or a frozen downspout, that's how you get water in your basement with improper leakage. And you want to make sure the downspouts direct water at least 3 to 4 feet away from the home. So these are all things you want to check out, because when we get these winter storms or you get snow and everything melts, that's really, really important that you have all your drainage and roof taken care of. Number 2 is your heater and HVAC system. So scheduling a professional like furnace inspection, boiler inspection, whatever you want to call it, before we get to freezing temperatures for the first time. Not frost, freezing temperatures, because these things will go out and they will blow out. I went through this last year where our heater gave way in the middle of January. Now, fortunately, one of our great vendors was able to come out and they got it replaced the same day, which was incredible. You want to replace your filters. You want to get your vents cleaned for better air quality and efficiency, and test your thermostats, and maybe even think about upgrading to like a smart thermostat for some savings, or something you can control remotely if you plan to be out of town, because you would be shocked how many people get frozen pipes this time of year, especially more towards like December, January, February. Windows and doors. This is another one that you want to look at, like drafty windows or recaulking around doors, especially some of the older homes that we see in Chester County or on the main line, these historic farmhouses. They lose a lot of heat this way. You want to make sure the storm windows are all in good shape. If you've got older windows, check for like cracks or gaps, and make sure you clean them thoroughly. This is an interesting one because it gets dark out a lot sooner. So if you want as much natural light as possible, cleaning your windows is going to go a long way. Then you've got your lawn and landscaping. So I would make sure you get all your leaves cleaned up when the time comes, because that can be a disaster for the lawn. And you may even want to think about aerating your lawn this time of year so that new grass can grow in the spring when temperatures warm up. You want to fertilize some of the cool season grasses. There's a lot of great lawn treatment companies out there that can do this for you in late October. Trim back your trees and shrubs, especially with snow and stuff like that. Those really long branches, or even if you just want something to grow normally, you want to trim that down so when it grows next year, it's not going to overtake the property. We've all seen those jungle-looking homes. And make sure you're draining and storing all your hoses. Shut off all the exterior water valves to prevent pipe bursts. That's what you want to do on the outside. Your exterior and foundation. Check your siding and brickwork for like cracks and gaps if that's what you're dealing with. That could let in moisture or animals like mice, squirrels, that sort of stuff. Mice especially. Seal gaps in the foundation around utility lines for the same reasons. And it's a good time of year to really think about like power washing your deck or your siding to remove dirt and pollen and mildew before the freezing temperatures hit, and that can actually stain the siding in some cases. Safety checks. Smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Check the batteries. You want to clean your chimney and inspect the flue if you plan to use it for a fire. That can be a real disaster if you don't. The house will fill up with smoke. You don't want to be there when that happens. And make sure you've got fire extinguishers that are up to date and accessible. Interior prep. This is a good one. You can reverse your ceiling fans to push warm air down. So think about some of those big open sort of spaces that people have in their like great rooms. If you do that, it's a great opportunity to save on some heating. You want to maybe clean or replace your humidifier to balance like the dry months of indoor air, and declutter storage spaces to make room for any sort of like winter gear that you have, especially like a garage. If you need to get out like your snow blower, your snow shovels, all that sort of stuff. Make sure it's easily accessible now when you can open the garage door and do some clean out that involves being outside of the house. The last one here, and then we've got a local pro tip, is energy efficiency. If you're really feeling like your home's not that energy efficient, you can look at adding insulation in the attic or check the existing insulation in the attic. You can use like draft stoppers on old doors. You've probably seen them. They look like a sandbag or like a snake you put underneath. And maybe even get an energy audit from Pico or your local electric company. So a lot of things you want to get done before the cold weather hits. Now, the pro tip here is I would schedule this stuff now before these people get backed up. They book up quickly once temperatures drop in the greater Philadelphia area, especially in the suburbs and in the city as well. And if you need a local vendor or a recommendation like that, just click on the link in the comments and we'll help you out.